Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Thrunite TW10 900 lumen weapon mounted light. Let's check it out. So, full transparency, a little bit of housekeeping here. Thrunite did get a hold of me and asked me if I wanted to check this thing out. Obviously, I said sure. I've seen a number of Thrunite videos throughout YouTube over the last number of years, and most people I've seen have had good things to say about them. So I didn't hesitate when they said, "Hey, you want to check this out?" I'm of the mind that every gun should have a white light on it, so obviously I said yes. So real quick, this is a 900 lumen, 125 yard or meter, 125 meter, 3,960 candela pistol light, or it could be mounted on the side of a rifle, I guess, and use your thumb to activate it. But I have it on the pistol. Thrunite. It's waterproof, it's water resistant, drop resistant, all that. It has passed sitting in water with it on. It has passed being dropped with it on and having no problems with it. Now, one of the more interesting things about this light is this diffuser. This diffuser on the front of the light lens. That means that there's no hot spot. I don't mean no hot spot, because there's obviously a warmer part or a tighter part of the beam than the very outer halo of it. But it's not like some other lights that have a dot and then the halo, the wash of the light. This has sort of a flood effect. Which I think makes it really cool for inside of a house. Because inside of a house, you don't have these massively long distances like some of these lights out there advertised. You don't need 300 yards or 300 meters on a light that you're going to be using 15 feet indoors, right? Especially if it's a dedicated home defense light. It's not to say those are bad lights. That's not to say that there is not a need for those lights. I have those lights and I use those lights. But with this light, being a diffused lens, it makes an all-encompassing sort of an even light all the way across, making it, I don't know, less intense on the one spot. And I think the people that think that they're going to get blinded by a white wall or something, or a white piece of furniture, I think they would really like the diffused light over the spot. So this is my bedroom, looking at the opposite corner of my room here. That is about 15 feet away, and as you can see, this is what I meant by not having a hot spot. It's more of a all-covering white light instead of having a spot and the halo or the wash around the spot. I mean, it still has a wash. If I turn, that's 90 degrees, so that is the reflection off the other wall, and that's about 45 degrees away. I'm hitting the other corner now, but that really kind of gives you an idea. There's the other corner, there's the opposite wall, and this is shining directly behind me, 180 degrees from the camera. Now, a couple things that I like about it is, first, it is a toolless design. You can use the rim of a case. I did to tighten it down the first time, but it is a toolless design to take on and off. So there is a charging port in the back here, which is nice. It's got a rubber flap that seals it up. And then on the front, where you don't have to take the light off the gun if you don't want, you can also take the lens off and change the battery. So it is not an internal battery with just a charger, which is an insane design for a weapon mounted light. I don't know who would ever thought that was a good idea. But with this, they have both. They have charger and replaceable battery. I think that puts them ahead of the curve of some of the other lights out there. Now, it does come with a separate or replacement rubber door, and just in case you rip that one or break that one, it comes with a new O-ring for your lens cover, and it does come with the replacement or different lug there. This is the GL Glock one. The other one can be replaced for other rails. So they really do hit all the marks with this little light. It's got good power. It's got a 2-hour runtime. It's a bright white light. Toolless design. Replace the battery or charge it. There's just a lot of things going for it. Now, with that said, there are 2 things about this that I would change and that I do not specifically like about this light. So the first thing that I don't like about this light is that there is no holster availability to it. I got a hold of Thrunite after they sent it to me because I tried it in a couple different my holsters, and it's loose in any TLR1 holster that I have. So and that's the light that I carry. So I emailed them. They said no, there is not a known holster, at least one that they know of, that fits this light. That's a bummer. That means you don't carry this light. Unfortunately, I think it has a lot of good qualities for a carry light, but without holster availability, that puts it at, for me, that relegates it to home use only. Bedside gun, sits in the safe, your biometric safe or whatever you have next to your bed, but the one that you use at home. So that kind of relegates it to that for me. The second thing is the switches are padded little push buttons. See that? Where normally you would have a lever or something, you have to push in to actuate it. So what I found when shooting it is that when you have a lever, you are able to bear down on that lever when shooting in order to help with your recoil mitigation. And you don't have that with this. I find it bouncing more because when I rotate down to use this, I just end up, there's nothing to hold on to, so the gun bounces more. So that's number one. However, people that have complained, I've heard complain before about the levers of things like the TLR1 actually hurting the ends of their thumbs. This does alleviate that. So both sides do the same thing. There's one on this side, there's one on this side. A quick press is on, and a long press is temporary. It's hard to find. It's hard to find. You really have to rotate down to get to it. I don't like that. But it's nothing you can't train around. So like I said, if this is something that is in your arsenal for home defense only, this is something you can definitely train around. I think the light is probably worth it as far as that goes. It's from a company that, from what I know, has a pretty decent name. Not a whole lot of problems that I've seen with Thrunite products. And I think it has a lot of the pluses that I look for in a weapon mounted light with fewer negatives. So again, this is the Thrunite TW10 900 lumen weapon mounted light. I think it's a pretty decent little light. It's got some issues that I don't fully agree with, but it's got plenty of things that I do like, so I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it up to you what you think of it. I'll put a link down below for the Thrunite website, and you can find it there. Alright, thanks for watching. Thank you to Thrunite for sending that to me. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Remember to select all notifications. That way, or all videos, however that's worded. That way you can get all of my videos instead of just sporadically, and I don't have to hear, hey, I haven't seen any of your videos in my feed for a long time. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all my patrons out there. Thanks to all my supporters. We'll talk to you later.